I was talking to one of my Quran teachers today, and she reminded me of something really important that I think we all need to hear and be reminded of constantly. She comes from a lineage of scholars, mashallah, and she was telling me about her mother. And she was saying, although many people in the family you'll see giving lectures, on the microphones, in masajid, in different spaces of dhikr, mashallah, may Allah reward them all. She said, you won't find my mother in such gatherings often. And why is that? She said, my mother has dedicated herself to being a caregiver throughout almost her entire life. She said, she served different people in her family at different times, and she dedicates her life to serving those in need. She's a caregiver. And she told me, so she often misses out on those dhikr gatherings, on being on the mic, although she probably has that knowledge very much inside of her. She comes from this powerful family of scholars, mashallah, but she's applying her scholarship in amal, in action with her family, by being a caregiver for those in need. And often when we study, we sometimes study with the intention of thinking that studying is going to take us to maybe a podium or maybe out in the public. But subhanallah, how you never know, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts us in places of knowledge to apply it within. And this is sometimes a person's role. And I want to speak especially to caregivers of the elderly, if you have parents who are older, or caregivers of a child or someone in the family who has special needs. In those moments, sometimes you can say, like, how am I being a benefit to the society at large? Sometimes you find yourself craving to be out in the open, whether it's, you speaking or you not speaking, maybe you attending. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chooses the life for us in the way that we can be most impactful and in the way that we can build our ihsan towards Him best. And He knows that some people's role, they have the most impact inside their homes. They have the most impact inside dark spaces and corners where nobody sees you, where nobody sees you feeding someone, or nobody sees you changing someone, but He does, right? And that counts for you, maybe even more sometimes than the person on the microphone. So wherever you are, if Allah has put you in a place right now where He's secluding you, that is also a path of knowledge. That is also a path of coming to Him. So may Allah reward the mother of my teacher, who's teaching us all this profound lesson, that know the role that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put you in and apply that to the best of your ability. This reminds me of the ayah in Surah An-Najm where Allah says, وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ الَّذِي وَفَّى. Allah tells us Ibrahim alayhi salam, who was loyal to his mission. Notice that Allah didn't talk about what he did, what action he did to be loyal. And Ibrahim alayhi salam had so many different layers of actions. At one point he had to escape place of idol worship. At one point he had to put his wife in the middle of a desert. There were so many layers and aspects of his loyalty, and Allah does not specify the action in this ayah, but rather the loyalty to Allah. So wherever Allah has put you in, at the time He's put you in, be loyal to Him in that. Sometimes your role is a caregiver, sometimes it is out in the open, sometimes it's a teacher, sometimes it's different things at different times. But the point is, be loyal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be sincere in Allah and your devotion to Him wherever He's put you in. And that is the test. Right? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all of you, and especially those caregivers who are caring for those who are elderly or have special needs. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you in ways beyond your imagination, Ya Rabb, and reward you for every sacrifice. Ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen.